I first bought the company that I own, I worked here for 22 years, just to give some context, and then I purchased the company 8 years ago. Well, the first 4 years, I always felt like I knew what I was supposed to do next. And we actually doubled sales in that first 4 years, and that was pretty remarkable. But then we kind of plateaued out, and I didn't feel like I knew which way to step next. And so I'm part of a buyers group, and for 3 years prior, I had sat in on presentations that Andrew had given about the services that he offers. And because I'm slow to process and slow to admit that I might need help, I finally realized I was stuck and I didn't know which way to step next. And so last year, when I was at the Buyers University again, I sat in with Andrew, and my wife and I decided right then that we were going to contact him after the meeting and see if he could help us. So we are a hearth specialty retail store. Like I said, I worked in the company for 22 years, and I kind of did all the jobs, but my main job was installation of the product. And it's fairly technical because, we're building fires in people's homes. So codes are very strict and need to be adhered to. We started in '79, so 45 years were going on. The thing that I benefit from the most, I think, in priority number one would be the one-on-one coaching. Having Andrew's insights from a 10,000 foot view. He has some great perspectives, and he really makes me think about different things in ways that I would not normally think of them. So the coaching has been very beneficial, and then helping to develop our leadership team. But in order of importance, coaching one-on-one, but then strategic planning, because let's admit it, I'm not getting any younger. And if you were to ask me what my plan was a year ago, how I would exit, how I would retire, I would have said, I'm going to work, die. But now I think a little bit differently about that. And so Andrew has helped me start to develop a strategic plan. And we don't have all the details finalized, but as I'm learning, it changes along the way. But we do have a 5-year plan, and we're working towards that. So that would be second on my list of importance. And then leadership development, helping me to develop my team of managers has been very beneficial, because this is where I was stuck. I did not know how to go any further than my capability. And if we looked at my business acumen, I'm like right in the middle of the range. So in order to get higher, I needed some assistance, and that's where he has really helped with leadership development. The sales training has been awesome. Our sales team, they love attending the trainings, and they've gotten very valuable insights and techniques of how to really help our customers. And then lastly, we have developed a documented sales process so we can train new hires to that. We don't have a lot of turnover, but when the day comes and we need to train, then we have a documented system to train to. So that's going to be very helpful. Through the consistent repetition and the consistent message that they send, and then having our team members role play those scenarios, has allowed us to have the confidence to use them in real life. And they understand our personalities, so they've kind of altered their teaching style to match our personnel. And, they get everyone involved. I say they, but Andrew does most of the instruction and Stephanie does all the coordination. But he gets everyone involved, and he's consistent with that technique. So I think that's how we've been able to learn the best, is because we need repetition in our learning, and he's done a great job with identifying that and then helping us with that. We're fairly new to it, and we're in a different economic situation, so it's hard for me to tout, our sales have increased by so much. But what's more tangible to me is just buy-in from my leadership team and the development there. So I've really been able to see the results in those arenas. The sales team's also buying in. And one way that we could measure, and it's pretty noticeable, is the dollars per unit sold from that sales team. So they're doing a better job identifying the customer need and providing solutions that are more encompassing, more inclusive. So tracking those dollars per unit, I've seen that climb actually. I would ask you to be open and think outside of your normal mindset. I would recommend that the leadership be consistent with the training and showing up at every training and leading by example. And I would be prepared to do a lot of hard work, because there are times when you have to look at yourself in a way that you maybe have not considered before, and when we're being critical of ourselves, it is always hard. Saying all that, though, I would say it's worth it. I would say do it. If you want to kind of move your business to the next level, working with Sandler Milton and specifically Andrew Wall can help you do that.